Archer, is everything ready?
The Shire moot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shire moot for myself. I'll follow. When will the vote begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones. But they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
It's an important vote for your people. How would you counsel my vote?
I value competent and righteous leadership, not foolish friends in high seats.
Anyone but Hunwald, you mean?
I love Hunwald as I love my own kin. But I would not put a stone in his care without fearing for the safety of both. I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
They spend their time making bargains with their gods. I'll kill my goat tonight, old Thor. You give me luck in battle.
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright? That you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man. Good evening, Alfgard.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It's a difficult choice, Alfgard. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord. Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Drenger. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Alfgard is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
A vote for Hunwald will return...
Bishop,
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will bring joy to this Shire.
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear. Three men, three possible futures. Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them? It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need? You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself. All three have strengths and weaknesses. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Elderman, but a faithful ally? Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. The bishop can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety. But he is wisest of the three, and has already proven himself. Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. Lead your Shire with pride, ferocious one.
It is decreed by this lawful Shiremoot that the Ealdorman of Lincolnshire shall be son of our dear and Lord Hunwald of Lincolnshire.
I don't know what to say. I thank you. Deeply, madly, humbly. What more can I say? I don't know. I miss my father. I'd sooner see him standing here than... Well, I will do my best. For each and every one of you.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Ealdorman. As all well know, this Shiremoot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend, Arthelswith.
A septic rot has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is only one cure.
Your Grace! What is this?
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast!
For the glory of the ancient saint. how that guard welcomes you, Elderman. Let's bleed you!
Bastard bishop. What's his endgame? This one's gone. Find those who still draw breath. Polish your ass, Hunwald. The Alderman's seat is yours. As your war council, I suggest you waste no time in catching this grief-totter. He won't be far.
We should first bury our dead, no?
That choice is yours to make, Alderman.
Yes. Yes, of course. We'll bury our dead, then raise a feared.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs, and tend to the remaining wounded, until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
God or the gods, protect you.
Christi fideli and explentes. Sinistra tristis terram atque. Iluc vagabantur incertis sub dies et noctes.
Bold attack, and in broad daylight. The hatred that eats at...
What news, Hunwald?
We've learned that Herevrith rode for the fort at Anecastre following the massacre. I have assembled a feared there. Quite a large one, in fact. They eagerly await your orders, Eivor.
You mean your orders, Alderman?
Ah, yes, that's right. My orders. Which are what, exactly?
Who can say? Ride with me to your camp, and we'll find out together.
Herevrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He In order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herefrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of...
Pagans in your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herefrith were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated by a man who should be God's gladdener.
We are the men of Lincolnshire! Remember it! My ancestors fought with the old kings of Lindsey. It's for their memory we fight today.
Be ready for action.
Give them mead and let them rest. There's hard fighting ahead.
Who's fetching the turf this time, eh? Don't want to freeze to death here.
A bold attack, and in broad daylight. The hatred that eats at that man must be ravenous.
Such carnage I've never seen. That twisted bishop must pay the devil his due.
This battle will be fucking hell. And my boots have holes the size of chestnuts.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Feards are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this fight with the men you see assembled here?
If they fight with the bravery of double their number, we may.
And is there room in your Valhalla for a ferocious swan?
Of course. Let fly your glorious banner.
Are we ready then?
We attack now. Ready the Feared.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
To me, holy warriors of Lincolnshire!
The best way to preach is with a battering ram. I should help it.
Let's go! Watch out! Arrow!
Take cover!
Arrows incoming!
Take cover!
Look out! Oil!
Race! Watch out!
Oil!
Arrows incoming! Starting to break!
Oil!
Race!
Incoming oil!
Arrows incoming!
Shield!
Fight, men! Until your lips hang from your mouths!
Press hard!
Need to find a way past that palisade. An explosion could do it. Or I can try hitting it with a sword.
Thank you.
Previous sins! Die! Reaper coming!
At last. Point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scamperous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
Valde in regno dei Egypti faraoni. Obsessus cum profetamosi imprecari mala magna presi et
To respite, Lord, please. Our battle is lost.
Continue the work of God, my boy. Kill this pagan!
Let's take it.
Get round the side.
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancient dead. That's the folly of mankind, Herefrid. We wallow in our failures like happy pigs in a sty of shit. We should have learned to enjoy it.
Meum est sordidum planetum revolutam, sed non novi, ubilutam est.
Eivor, is the bishop dead?
He bled too little and talked too much. Now he's gone.
I won't miss him. But Atcha will need some time to grieve.
Lincolnshire is yours to lead, Elderman. The hardest fight begins now.
The din of battle still rings in my ears. I think I now know what it means to be a leader.
Good.
I would ask a favor, if I could.
Name it.
As Elderman, my life may be a dangerous one. For a time, anyway. Would you allow my Swanborough to take refuge in your settlement? At least until I feel all danger has passed.
We'd be happy to have her.
Thank you, my sturdy Norse berserker. The mead halls of my shire will be lonely without you stomping about.
Our people are bonded now. We must look out for one another.
Blast it. I am a horror with goodbyes.
It'll do for now. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news. Look at you two.
Nice to see you.
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
The boy Hunwald is the new Ealdorman of Lincolnshire, and he has sworn allegiance to us.
The Loud One, an Ealdorman? Well, should he ever wish to call for aid, he need only shout.